When most people think of musky fishing, they're thinking about using big lures. Well, today, along with my guest, Dick Narske, we're going to be using smaller baits for these toothy critters. We're going to be fishing on Lake Carlton near Morrison, Illinois. There are two different types of muskellunge, the tiger and the purebred. The tiger's a cross between a male muskie and a female northern pike. Both of these are stocked within the Midwest. They're not easy to catch. They're known as the fish of 1,000 casts, but if you use the right techniques and lures, you may be able to get one yourself.
The smaller lures, people get hung up on the real big lures all the time, and there's probably more muskies caught on smaller lures than there is on the big ones.
Dick was using an inline spinner with a twister tail trailer. I opted to use a deep diving crankbait that had more of a bluegill color to it. Both of us were using a medium to fast retrieve. Dick was taking his over the top of shallow weeds, where I was ticking the tops of submerged weeds. There are a couple of techniques that you can use at the end of each cast.
But if you see the fish coming in after it, then that's when you do your figure eight. But I usually do an L after each cast, just in case there's one down there I don't see.
We were fishing perfect musky conditions. It was very windy, the water was clear, we had overcast skies, and plenty of weeds. We fished water anywhere from 9 to 20 feet. All we needed is a fish on the line. Well, that isn't exactly a muskie.
Well, that's what you get when you go musky fishing. Anything.
Yeah, anything. You really do have to be patient because it is truly the fish of 1,000 casts. We covered every square inch of this lake. We had numerous follows where they'd chase it all the way back to the boat, and we'd do our figure eights, our L's, but they still would not grab on to that lure. Eventually we found a creek arm that had a deep weed line and plenty of bluegills for the muskie to feed on. Finally, it paid off. The fish followed the crankbait up from about 16 foot of water, and when I went into the figure eight, it paid off because he hit. It helps to have a special type of gloves that's made for handling these toothy critters, which also works with sharp points on hooks. But when all else fails, get the net. This fish was approximately 30 inches in length, but no matter what the size, the muskies are a lot of fun to catch. This particular one's a purebred, you can tell by the light background and the spots. And look at those teeth. Look out! The muskellunge is a sport fish, and it's important to keep the fishery alive by releasing them. The release actually starts at the hook set. You want to bring them into the boat as quickly as possible and release them as quickly as possible. This was definitely a challenging day of fishing. I want to thank my guest, Dick Narske, for being with us. And until next time, get out on the water, be ready to have 1,000 casts, and enjoy a great day of musky fishing.
From the lakes of northern Canada to the Gulf of Mexico, wherever fish are biting, that's where we're gonna go.